off my shoes, tripped acid in the rain. Wore my jacket as a cape and my umbrella as a cane. The richest man rocks the snatchless necklace. Spineless bitches and backless dresses. Wore my feelings on my sleeveless. My weed seedless, my trees leaf.
Still up at the farm. I know this is late. I meant to upload this earlier, but I recorded one that I fucking hated. So we've moved locations. We are now in the official COVID bunker. Hiding out. No, I think we're just going to do a location change to kind of keep the distractions down. Even though my cunt dog doesn't know how the fuck to get the fuck out of the room. Anyways, the numbers aren't bad. We can go over that, but I'm just going to go over that real quick to get it the fuck out of the way, because that's pretty much all. Damn. That's all the last podcast was about, but it's all that was on everybody's fucking mind, and this isn't going to be the COVID podcast. So I saved the numbers so that way we could look at it real quick, and I would have it up. So for today, they make it a little bit harder to look at the age and all of that, but we have 140 deaths, with one death happening in the last 24 hours, 29 more confirmed cases in the last 24 hours, and one more hospitalization. So 2,599 confirmed cases, 559 cumulative hospitalizations. And I saw a statistic saying that a third of the deaths in Oklahoma are from nursing homes as well. So we are set up here. I'm actually in a room of the house, so it looks like I'm shooting a porn to all of the neighbors who pass by. And a couple of them I see look in here as they pass by to walk to their place, and they want to know why the fuck I'm shooting inside with a tripod. What the fuck is going on in here? Yeah, I'm going to jerk off. So, obviously, I got like 15 views on the last video, so I'm going to have to start an OnlyFans where I either shove shit up my ass or start jerking off on here. So, this isn't quite panning out as much. But, yeah, so, we're just in here chilling. I can, you get to that, been reading, I'm sorry. I was reading Musashi, and I'm to the point in the book they're talking about how the government has them scared, and there's so many wars between all the samurai and everything. People are afraid to go outside, and they're talking about literally tripping over bodies. And Atsu sees a dead body, and she doesn't mean to. She sees it for the first time, and it just fucks her up really bad, and she keeps thinking about it. And when she finally goes to Takuan and he asks her what's wrong with her, she says that she's seen a dead body, and he tells her, well, you shouldn't look at that. And then he kind of makes a joke that, if you didn't want to look at something like that in this time, in their time, that you would have to literally close your eyes to walk around. Meaning that, bodies are all over the place. He even claims that he tripped over a body or something to that nature. And there's such wartime that people are afraid. And then this kind of led into like where we're at now, and that, everybody's afraid to leave home. People are dying. There's not bodies on the streets. It's not that quite extreme. But that's kind of what put it into perspective for me a little bit. That, there have always been hard times. There have been times like that were scarier than this, and not from something that we can't see, something that you can. Violence, direct violence, and things like that. And listening to the way Musashi kind of develops his character and becomes who he is from Takuan, from all the lessons that Takuan teaches him, and it's an amazing book. It's Musashi by it's a super fucking famous book. Anybody listening to this doesn't need me to tell them who the fuck this is. Yeah, it's an amazing book. Musashi himself also wrote, it's a book about his life, and Musashi actually wrote a book himself called The Book of Five Rings. That's another really good book that I've already read. In this Musashi book, I'm 5 chapters in out of 100, or 12 chapters in out of 100. yeah, some of the things that happened to him throughout his journey, and yeah, it's an amazing, it's inspirational, and it's been a big help for me lately. Right now, it's like literally the only thing I want to listen to, the only thing I want to do when I'm not when I'm sitting idle. It's more interesting than movies and stuff right now. And yeah, so it's pushing me to want to, be more, I don't want to say brave, but yeah, I guess so. Be able to push through this situation a little bit better. And when it's time to go back to work, get ready and be fine with being there and be grateful to be there. I'm still not looking forward to seeing the fucking idiots who want to come in every single day and buy a fucking gram. Goddamn idiot. If you're coming in every day to buy a single gram, fuck you in your ass. Fuck you. Yeah, you know who you are, and if you see this and you come in there every day in the middle of a pandemic, fuck you. But yeah, there's that. The grow's going really well. I'm enjoying the fuck out of that. I'm enjoying the fuck out of like learning. I'm learning to do real things like caulking and building framework for walls and shit like that. Shit that I didn't know shit about. Yeah. It's the shit. It's nice. It's nice being out there. I'm starting to kind of like, learn a little bit of more of like what to do, and kind of getting just my own pace out there. We've changed a lot of things. We're building a new room. There's going to be like a whole nother grow that basically we're building from the ground up. So step one was getting some seals done on the floor so that way we don't get any mold, which wasn't really step one. It's just what one guy thought step one should have been. Anyways, then we're going to build some walls, some framework for some walls. Then we're going to spray insulation all over this motherfucker. However the fuck we're told to, not how some dipshit other motherfuckers want to, Anyways. But yeah, it'll be good. We'll get things up and running, and hopefully before too long we'll have a whole nother grow up going. Yeah, it'll be nice. But yeah, starting to be ready to go back to my job, and obviously mask it up and get the fuck in there and stay 6 feet away from people as much as possible. But went in today for the first time in 2 weeks, and it was weird pulling up. It was awkward. Some people were happy to see me. Maybe, but I was in and out quick, so it was hard for anybody to see that I was even there. I tried to get the fuck out quick because I felt bad, for one. And for leaving for 2 weeks, basically, and being able to be more safe while they got to be stuck out there. I was afforded an opportunity because of, because I'm a germ freak, and some other things, and, it was part of in the allowing of me to not have to be in there the last 2 weeks and the next 2 weeks, but I think I'm just going to try to stick it out past 420, which today's bicycle day. So happy bicycle day. But yeah, nothing happens sports-wise, obviously. We saw Tony Ferguson still make weight for no goddamn reason, but fucking hilarious. Just because it's the most Tony Ferguson thing that he could do. Also, brought to you by Casamigos here. Premium tequila. Yeah, Casamigos. Tell you a little bit about it. Find the read here. Casamigos. a good 10 seconds of quiet is always awesome, especially for people who've never heard this before, and they're like, oh, okay, he's completely retarded. And then the rest of the people who didn't want to listen to begin, or who were listening, then the rest just turned off because I said retarded. Why do you have to accept cookies from fucking people just... I'm not even going to read your fucking read. We're going to make it up. Casamigos is a tequila company co-founded in 2013 by George Clooney. So, thanks to the Clooney man for the fucking tequila. Fucking hide fell off. Thanks for the tequila though. All Clooney. We appreciate it, and you know, love men who stare at goats. Fucking amazing movie. I see goats every once in a while. I don't really stare at them too often. It's kind of a weird concept, but I got the sun setting behind me now, which was my source of light, which is going away. So now soon it's just going to be bright lights in here so the neighbors can personally spy inside of our small little studio space here. So that's nice. I also meant to put a cushion on this chair, and I had it when it was set up in the other spot. So I fucked myself. Which is funny. Yeah. Getting used to this whole thing is weird. Getting used to the whole podcasting thing is strange. Feel awkward 99% of the time. Just want everybody to know that. So that way people know how it is to be just sitting here fumbling through your thoughts, trying to figure out nothing. Oh! Hair's been at an awkward fucking length for a really long time. Can't really see it right now, but we got the top knot going on now with the fucking goddamn samurai hairdo going on. Everything's all spiny on the sides, but fucking Musashi now, so that's fine. Yeah, from now on I tied it up, and it's gonna be that way forever. 'Cause Musashi now, and it's just gotta be that way. And like Takezu turning into Musashi now. That's just part of it. You're going to have to live with that and just be here for the ride for Musashi now. So it's fine. It's no big deal. But yeah, you know, just little flyaways, basically, which means my hair's at a fucking awkward length and it's too bitch to be inside of a real ponytail. So I'm going to do it like this because I've been listening to the book and fucking obsessed and fucking awesome as well. So, yeah, I'm basically Musashi reincarnated. I know a lot of people like to be Jesus reincarnate and claim all that, but yeah, Musashi was way cooler. I mean, both awesome teachers and figures in history, obviously, documented well and both with books written about them. But, yeah, I mean, come on. If it came down to a battle, who's winning? My guy. Just saying. But, yeah. So, besides being one of the greatest samurai reincarnate on Earth, I really am trying to kind of, like, learn that path, and, I've been listening to the book. I shouldn't say reading. I'm not good at reading. Tried to pick it up again. Tried to pick it up, you know, kind of like, oh, I'll pass every 10 minutes instead of looking at my phone. I'm going to pick up a book instead and I'll look into the book. Doesn't work that way. Not at all. You pick up a book and you go finally find where you fucking were to begin with, and then some dipshit walks in. Boo-doo. Oh, fuck. Cool. I'm going to put this down and be lost and not remember where the fuck I was once you leave, and then once I finally figure out where I was, oh, some other motherfucker's going to walk in. You know what's easy about the phone is it doesn't matter where you were before. So, there's that. Just read a book every time. Instead, it'll be fucking cool. Fuck. So, listening to the books, I've literally just, especially since I cover 90% of my face now in public, I literally just take the hood and have the mask covering to here, hood and hat. The hood shrinks down like Kenny over to this point. So I just feed the headphone wire, not one of these obviously, a fucking regular in-ear bud. Feed that down in there like a fucking 6th grader. Put it in the pocket. Nobody can tell you're listening to shit all day long. And I just listen to my book. Obviously listen to podcasts in between to kind of break up it, because I find with like anything, if you kind of just sit there and are listening to it too much, you'll start to wander and think about different things. So it's also been good as like a meditation practice to listen to the book. You listen to podcasts or whatever, but like you'll halfway through forget or whatever. Oh, and this is the Blanco Casamigos. Sorry. Don't want to fucking fuck that up. But yeah, picked up a little bud. But yeah, I mean, got to see Ben. Oh, yeah, fucking big deal. Got to see my little guy. Missed the fuck out of him, man. This has been the worst part of all this thing, is not being able to see my son. He, obviously because there's a pandemic, it's just not the best situation for him to be coming over as often, and his mom has decided that it's easier if I just come over there and visit him instead of him staying his regular days here, which, or I guess co-decided on that, I should say. But, it's been hard to not see him. So that's been the shit part about, these things, and some things that people don't think about. When I hear people bitching about, God, I'm so tired of my kids, they're driving me crazy. Cool. Try spending, 4 to 6 days a month with your kid, and then try having that taken away in the middle of a pandemic. So hearing you bitch about how your kids are annoying you, I'm sorry. Sucks. It must be like the being bored thing instead of dying. So fucking cool. I'm glad to hear all you wonderful moms and dads out there bitching about your kids. And how annoying they are. Because it must be really hard to go to sleep at night and they be in the other room. That must be fucking difficult. I can't imagine how hard it must be for you guys, with them sleeping in the other room and knowing where they're at all the time. And if you want to talk to them, just being able to go in the other room with them. That must be fucking difficult. A lot of ums. We'll start cutting that out. We're going to get better. I think this one might already be better. We're not talking about fucking dying for the last 20 minutes. So, I mean, I start sputtering out about the 20-minute mark, so maybe we start cutting it off about the 20-minute mark. But, I think what I'm going to do is hook my phone up at some point, too, so that I can bring up points on podcasts that I really liked, or points in the book that I really like, because I'm going to keep talking about this book, because we're a tenth of the way through the book, and I'm already obsessed, so prepare to hear more about a book that maybe you've already read before. And definitely going to spoil the end, so stick around. See if I fuck up the book for you. If not, and you don't want to be, or you want to be lazy and you don't want to read the book, and you don't want to download the audiobook for $20 or whatever, cool. Then just listen to me fuck up the whole thing and tell a really shitty version of the story. And that'll be fun for everybody. Let's see. Oh, man. Ari and Duncan did a really good podcast that I would recommend everybody listen to on Ari Shaffir's Skeptic Tank. Yeah, these are going to be my recommendations, podcast-wise. Yeah, Psychedelic Christmas is what they called this one, and it's about the bicycle day leading into 420, and then all of that. Let's see, what else for this week? Specific ones for this week. real good ones. So I downloaded number 40 on Ari Shaffir's Skeptic Tank, which is a conversation with a prostitute, and it Miss X Prostituti Fruity number 40. Then we had The King and the Sting 65 was good. Let's see. 1548 on Rogan. Episode 1458. Chris D'Elia. So fucking funny, man. The Bill Burr podcast, episode 10, fucking fire. Bill Burr it's an amazing podcast. Even the way they're doing it over Skype and kind of getting through this whole thing and making it work, I think is fucking awesome. Goddamn, I'm breathing like Joey fucking Diaz into the goddamn microphone. 168, my special is out on D'Elia. Yeah, I mean, obviously you probably listen to most of these by now, but congratulations, Chris D'Elia. Which the special was fucking hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. As much as, you know, I freaked out about this, and I'm better, leveling out. And I think that's kind of the best thing that we can do, is kind of like just be mindful, be aware in your head, and try to just like know, like, the things that are out of your hands are out of your hands. And like, this isn't the first time the world's been like this. It's just the first time it's been like this because of this. But there's been times where people are afraid to go outside. There's been times where people are dying in the street. There's been times of war. We've just never seen it here in this country. So, like, we're super fucking privileged. And it's, you know, this is the first scary thing that we've ever had to deal with, especially at my age, 29, you know, like, we've never had to deal with anything like this. So it was fucking, and, you know, protect yourself, be safe, wash your hands, but do what you can to keep yourself safe. And if anything else, you know, the higher power that you believe in, just be in touch with that. Even if it's you, even if you are your own higher power, then be in touch with that and be at peace with that. They said that there aren't any atheists in the trench hole. And I understand that now, you know, like, in a better way because of something like this. Not that it makes you believe in something that you think is ludicrous, or something. If you don't believe in God, or you think God is ridiculous, that is not going to change your mind to that. I'm not suggesting anything like that. But what I am saying is, like, get in touch with the you. I believe that there's, you know, a potential to lock what you would call God or whatever through yourself. And, you know, do that for yourself. Be more in touch with the way that you're feeling. You know, obviously you can be like, it's not irrational to be this afraid because, you know, we don't know. But for the most part, people are fine. A third of the deaths here, I already said, came from nursing homes, which is, you know, we need the masks and things like that. When and the being more careful, and that's for humanity. It's for other people. It's not for us. It's not to protect me. It's to protect the other person. There are masks that protect you, but there's not a lot of those readily available. And but I wear one to protect myself, for one, at my job, but more so to protect other people and to be just courteous to people. It's not that hard to do something like this right now, in my opinion. And if it does keep some 65, 60-year-old people from dying, then that's awesome, man. Because, you know, I lost my grandma this year. And, you know, the one you're close with, not the other shitty grandparent, the one that you're close with, the cool grandma, my good Grammy, my Grammy. And that was fucking one of the hardest things I've had to go through in a long time. And, like, I get it. So I don't want anybody else's Grammy dying. And I don't want to be the reason somebody else's Grammy dying. And neither should you. Don't be a selfish cunt. Like, there's no reason for it. I just part of my opinion on those things. And, you know, I agree with me. So that's good enough. I'm thankful for, you know, this is like therapy to me. Thankful for being able to talk to my mom and my dad more often. Not being able, well, no, I am able to know because I'm not keeping up with the same kind of work schedule, but, you know, talking to them almost every day, which maybe is a little too much. Even like my son, he gets tired of talking to me every single day. I can tell. A lot of the days he's like, all right, but I don't give a fuck. I want to hear from you. He can be annoyed all he wants. And we're going to finish off. No, I'm carnivore, so I'm not going to do any lime. Because, also, not a bitch. Yeah. So, here we shit out another episode. We're on number 2. Pez Dispensin, kind of boring. A little more fun this time. Still kind of COVID centered, but so is the universe right now. So is the world. Not the universe. Fucking retard. Anything else? Oh, gas is cheap as fuck. Jesus Christ. And that's when you know you're out of things to talk about. So shut the fuck up. Alright. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.